Hello and welcome to ITGD Sports with me, Alan John and Ronak Sarawat. Today, we will start with the new Premier League season 2023-24, which is about to start this weekend. And now, let's get straight into the mix, shall we? Ronak, who are going to be the top contenders this time? Are we going to see Arsenal finally break Man City's reign at the top because they already beat them in the Community Shield? So, do you think it is going to be these two teams who are going to battle it out for the Premier League title this season?
Yeah, I think Arsenal still remains the only real contender per se against Manchester City. Manchester United have made some good signings, but I still feel that Arsenal are the closest when it comes to challenging City in the longer haul in a title race. City, even though they lost the Community Shield, which they have twice in the past as well, but they have gone on to win the title again and again and again, and they could now become the first team to go on to win the Premier League four times in a row. No other team has done that. Manchester United won it 3 times in a row once. Liverpool did it in the 80s once. So they still are one of the best teams to have ever played in the league. But if they go on to win the fourth time, they could really, pin them up as the greatest team to have ever played in the league.
Now, coming to, like you said, Manchester United for that matter, do you think that they could make this into a three-horse race? Because they have made a couple of good signings. They are looking to, kind of change their system. They're trying to get Harry Maguire out, Scott McTominay out. Probably Amrabat has been linked. They are also looking for a defender. So do you think that with these changes that they have made, bringing in Onana for that matter, could they be serious contenders this time around?
Yeah, I feel Manchester United have made some really, really astute signings, especially with the addition of Mount and Højlund, which were areas that they did need to improve upon. And now they can play Marcus Rashford in his preferred position on the left, and they might still be in for another striker. They are still linked with the move for Harry Kane, which would be huge when it comes to the push for a title this season, or even challenging for a title this season. So yeah, I think United will push City and Arsenal, but it just depends on if the signings click and if they click fast enough for them to actually go on and mount a real title race per se.
Now, one of the surprise packages last season, we saw Newcastle United. Newcastle almost had the third spot. Towards the end, they fell off, and they are back in the Champions League, right? Do you think that this time around they can replicate the form that they showed last season, or do you think the likes of Liverpool and Chelsea, who have also made some signings, obviously Chelsea is always in the market for new signings, do you think that those two teams under Klopp and Pochettino can come back and kind of challenge for that fourth spot that is there at the moment?
For sure. Chelsea's season couldn't have been, any worse than it was last year. So they will be better. And Liverpool have also made some really good signings. So Liverpool will also be better. They came fifth last season, but I still feel that Newcastle are in for the top 4 spot like they were last season. They have added Sandro Tonali to their squad, and they now, with the midfield of Tonali and Bruno Guimaraes, they have one of the best pivots in the whole league. So, and with the coach doing really well as well. So I think Newcastle and Liverpool are the two teams which will challenge for the 4th spot. I still think this is Pochettino's first season, though, so it might be a little premature to put Chelsea as a potential top 4 finisher. But they'll be in and around that fight.
Last season, one of the surprise packages, again, I go back to the surprise packages that we have had. One of them was obviously Brighton, who did well. They are back in they are in the Europa League this time around. We've seen Aston Villa make some big signings, statement signings let's put it that way. Yeah. You've got Pau Torres who has come in. You've got Yuri Tielemans joining on a free, and then you've got Moussa Diaby who was quoted by almost a lot of major European clubs.
PSG were in for him.
Yeah. Absolutely, Manchester United, PSG, Newcastle, Arsenal, all these guys were linked to him. So Aston Villa has got this player right now. So do you think that Aston Villa is going to be one of those dark horses for maybe not the Champions League position, maybe even push the other teams for that 4th spot?
Yeah, for sure. Arsenal, like you mentioned, the three signings that they've made have been proper statement signings, which will certainly impact their position in the league next season. And yeah, I see them finishing 5th, 6th, 7th. So yeah, big things ahead for Aston Villa, hopefully.
Now coming to, like, with every season you have to make that dreaded prediction of who goes down from the league. You know, Wolverhampton Wanderers were one of the beautiful teams during the Premier League in the last few seasons. Last season they somehow survived. This season, well, things don't look good for them, do they? Ruben Neves is gone, Raul Jimenez is gone, Joao Moutinho is gone, Adama Traore is gone,
New signings.
and no new signings. So, who do you think is going to be the three teams that are going to go down? And are Wolves going to be a part of it?
No, I completely agree. Wolves have to really step up their game when it comes to the transfer market in the summer. There's still like a month to go, so hopefully they should make new signings. Their coach Jolan Lopetegui has also come out and said that he wants the club to make signings, and a coach of his pedigree should be given the amount of talent that Wolves can get. But yes, they are one of the teams that could go down. Along with them, I also feel Sheffield United don't seem very strong. They haven't really made a lot of good signings. They've just come up from the Championship. And Luton Town is another club, a very small club. It's a fairy tale run from them in the Championship, and they're in the Premier League now. But yeah, it'll be fun to see if they can, because they play that high octane style of football, and if they can actually replicate that in the Premier League as well now. Apart from that, I also think Everton Everton has been surviving in the last two seasons. Let's see if they can do it one more time, or if finally they face a drop this season.
Well, like you said, fairy tale runs. That is all part of the Premier League. Premier League in itself is kind of like a like a fairy tale for a lot of teams. And now we are going to be we are all set for the new chapter in this fairy tale. And let's see who finishes on top and clinches the title. Will it be Man City, or will Mikel Arteta's Gunners finally end their dominance this time around? So stay tuned for more videos from ITGD Sports. Thank you and have a nice day.